Imagine a deal so secret and powerful, it quietly reshaped the United States forever. Without warning, it was negotiated behind closed doors by wealthy elites who controlled politics and land markets. This hidden deal altered borders, settlements, and migration patterns decades before modern headlines existed. Most Americans never heard about it, yet its consequences still ripple through society today. Today you will discover the shocking story of a land deal that changed everything before the border crisis existed. Private interests manipulated land to consolidate political and economic power. It wasn't flashy or public, but its effects are still felt across the nation. Secrecy, greed, and ambition drove decisions that reshaped towns, economies, and American borders forever. This story is full of intrigue, hidden agendas, and consequences rarely discussed in history books. By understanding this past, you can see the roots of today's border conflicts. Clearly, the late 1800s. America expanded westward as railroads connected cities and towns rapidly together. Land became the ultimate prize, and controlling it meant wealth, influence, and future political dominance. Not all land was meant for public knowledge or settlement. Some was secretly controlled, privately hidden in congressional papers. Millions of acres were given away to select investors for almost nothing. This transaction was more than real estate. It was a strategic power play nationwide. The deal involved wealthy businessmen, politicians, and land speculators, all working toward common secret goals. One congressman, largely forgotten today, masterminded much of it. Using influence to bend laws, he exploited loopholes, avoided public scrutiny, and ensured profits flowed only to the powerful few. Railroad companies and private investors formed agreements invisible to citizens, but highly profitable for themselves. Families were displaced, towns reshaped, and local economies permanently altered by the hidden arrangements once the deal was signed. Its effects were immediate across both rural and urban areas. Nationwide land meant for farming, settlement, or public use was suddenly monopolized by a wealthy minority. Small communities vanished while elite investors gained control, reshaping local power structures and economic systems. This created resentment. Yet few citizens fully understood the manipulations occurring behind government doors. The secrecy allowed only elites to benefit while preventing any organized resistance or public protest. Over time, this deal created a dangerous precedent for future land grabs and border manipulation. Powerful elites realized that secrecy could allow exploitation of land, borders, migration without consequences. These early practices influenced later policies, settlement patterns, and border debates throughout American history. State lines, communities, and economic opportunities were all affected, shaping generations of citizens unknowingly. Even modern border crises and political disputes can trace their roots back to this secret deal. Why was it kept secret? Because public outrage would have been immediate, widespread, and unstoppable. Few newspapers reported the story, and coverage rarely explained the full consequences of the manipulations. Whistleblowers were silenced, congressional records hidden, and historians conveniently ignored the evidence for decades. Secrecy ensured the elite few benefited while ordinary Americans remained unaware of their losses entirely. Yet the impacts remained, quietly influencing politics, land control, and community development across generations. Fast forward to today. Debates over borders continue to dominate American political discourse regularly. Few realize that historical land deals shaped patterns and conflicts we see now nationally. The same greed, influence, and manipulation from that era are visible in modern political strategies. Borders, settlement patterns, and migration rules continue to be influenced by decisions made secretly long ago. Understanding history allows citizens to see the connections between past power plays and present conflicts. This story is a reminder that land, borders, and resources have always been tools for power. Secrecy, manipulation, and wealth concentration often repeat, influencing society long after the initial actions occurred. Studying hidden histories like this helps explain why America's border and land disputes persist today. The land deal illustrates long-term consequences of concentrated power and secret arrangements in society. Historical decisions continue shaping economic opportunities, migration trends, and political conflicts across generations today. Next time you hear about immigration debates or border conflicts, remember this hidden story. America's borders and political struggles are deeply connected to secret deals shaping the nation's growth. A single land deal changed America forever, setting patterns still affecting politics, economy, and society. History is alive in the borders we fight over, cities we build, and resources we claim. Secret deals quietly influence generations of Americans, often going completely unnoticed by ordinary citizens. If this story shocked you, share it with someone who loves discovering hidden truths of history. Subscribe for more untold stories of America's past, where secret actions continue shaping our present. The hidden corners of history are full of lessons, power struggles, and decisions echoing through generations. Keep asking questions, seeking truth, and understanding how history often holds answers to today's debates.